Hi, people. Oh, okay. I forgot to connect my other camera, so it's a little bit blurry. It's late in the evening, but I still want to get the voice out there. Um, I've been thinking a lot, and the more I think, the more I feel I have to say more and get it out there. I don't know, it's just an urge. I was um I was thinking um about the interpretation of love on the one hand and what people confuse with the meaning of love, you know. So you learn from childhood uh by copying your parents um what love is for you, right? So somehow you learn in the early days of your life that your parents somehow show you something that you make interpretation about love, right? So if your parents do not have the ideal relationship, so that's how you cope to make the interpretation of love, right? So anyhow, once you grow up, you somehow copy certain behavior from your parents, right? Even on a subconscious level. You don't do that on a conscious level most of the time. Later in the days when you grow up and you become an adult and you start reflecting, if you have that skill of reflection, then you will eventually find out that certain aspects in the relationship of your parents are has have nothing to do with love. So you make adjustments, right? You adjust your behavior, you adjust your thought processes, and then you maybe figure out, okay, maybe that's not the ideal way of showing love or making love or whatever. So anything that has to do with love, right? I figured out that most of the time, I can only speak from my perspective. So I figured out that most of the time, men want to feel superior, like they really want to feel needed, and 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 this gives them the feeling of being loved. So if the woman needs the man in certain aspects of her life, then this will give a good feeling to that man. So I'm speaking about some sort of uh, being a hero to women, so they feel uh, worthy, so they feel loved, they feel good about themselves, they feel like, hey, I'm strong and I can help this woman, and I'm there for this woman, and I'm loyal to this woman, and I can be strong, and she looks up to me, and I feel strong with this woman, right? But men don't know that most women know this about men. And this is where the game starts, right? Most of the women I have ever spoken to, especially during my partying time, yeah, I used to party a lot. And most of the women know this trait about men, that they want to feel wanted, that they want to feel needed, and they use this weakness and feed the men exactly what they need in order to feel good about themselves. Yeah. So especially women that, let's say, don't don't get what they want from that man, they will fake um, certain behavior to actually get the most out of that man, right? I mean, do not get derailed by behavior from women. And I've seen that in many relationships, even in my um, in my acquaintances circle. I have very big circle of acquaintances, not speaking about friends, but throughout decades, um, I've got to get to know lots of families and their kids, and they grew up with me. And the men, they always got married to those women who were like in desperate need of them, right? So I mean, I have observed this kind of behavior in many, many, many relationships. And I really laughed a lot because, I mean, these guys were really intelligent, intellectual, good looking, smart. But when the woman came along, like the woman they got married to, um, they were, I mean, they had none of these traits. They were not very intellectual, not very intelligent, not very smart, not even good looking, but they fed the man's desperate need of wanting to be needed. And I really laughed my ass off all the time. Men got married to those type of women because every time my parents, my mom, want to introduce me to those type of men, I was like, no, I don't want to be got. I don't want to get married to an empty shell. Like if you can't feed that man with his need and fake something, and he will totally believe that, I don't want to be married to that type of person. I want a smart person. I want someone who doesn't fall into the trap of a woman, right? And I was like, no. I mean, these men that my parents, my mom introduced me to, they had it all. They were smart, good looking, and coming from really good families and good educational background. And they had it all, but they were not smart enough for me. I was always leaning back, and I really laughed my ass off. If I really need to fake something for a man to like me or stay with me or be loyal to me, then I don't want that type of relationship. I really don't. And I came to the conclusion that most men, it doesn't matter how smart they are, it doesn't matter what educational background, it does not even matter how good the family is. Like from, the family education is a different one than the academic education. They always got derailed by women, not very good looking, not very smart, almost no educational background, but they were smart in the way feeding the men what they needed the most. And I believe most men, especially nowadays, they have this desperate need of me needing to be needed, because most women nowadays, they're independent. They make their own money, they're smart, they stand on their own feet, and the men, they are not fulfilling, the generational role anymore of being the man of the household, right? So we all got confused what the role of us is within the family, even the women. Like sometimes I feel like being the man of the family or something, like I stand on my own feet, I make my own money, I deal with my problems on my own. And it was always my nightmare to be with a man who falls into the trap of a woman who plays the desperate person, who plays like the victim, who plays like oh, I can't do it on my own, and I need you, and I want you, and you're so good, you're so great, you're my hero, blah blah. I mean, I have nothing to say against women who really need a person for, for having a shoulder to lean on when they're in a relationship of mutual give and take. I'm just talking about women playing that kind of role to get out of this man something, to get something out of that man. Yeah. And I find it really funny to having revealed someone recently, that this person was in desperate need of needing to be needed, and he fell into the trap of a woman who is not very smart, who's not very intelligent, who's not good looking at all, but she knew exactly to play the role to make that man fall into her trap. And I found it really funny because this was my nightmare since childhood, because I saw all these, you know, good, uh, good looking men coming from good families with really good background, and they all, went for that type of woman who was like playing that kind of role of a victim, but not being the victim. So I just want to shout out there. It's most of the time relationships nowadays are not about love. It's about what you get from that other person. And if a man has no self-worth, no self-love, and has some sort of, mental restrictions, then it's easy to feed that person. I refuse to do that, and I refuse to play such a role. I mean, in my sense, it's really an act of strength to still be vulnerable, remain vulnerable with people that you love, to remain authentic, to remain yourself, to still be yourself no matter what. Yeah. So if someone betrays your trust, if someone betrays your love, if someone lies to you straight into your eyes, looking into your eyes, if someone gossips behind your back, then this person, you should be happy that this person revealed himself or herself, and you should be happy to get rid of that person. Yeah. So, oh, I don't know. It's really funny to watch relationships on the one hand, but it's not so funny to be part of a relationship in which one person is in desperate need of something, which has nothing to do with love. Yeah. So, make a long story short, figure out with whom you are in a relationship with, because it's really crucial you understand, first of all, what you need to be happy. If it's love, then seek for someone who's capable of giving love. If it's feeding your insecurities, I mean, this is okay too, but go out and seek someone who can feed into that too, right? It's just so, I mean, it's funny for me to watch all these relationships come and go, and most of them, I mean, don't stay together for a lifetime. It's just, they're all in some sort of need. Yeah. And I mean, we all need something, of course. But if you see someone filling in not just one cup, but two cups or eight cups, then you should run on in the opposite direction immediately. See? See? I mean, if you feel that you're abundant, and if you feel you're loving, you're giving, you're really serving your heart on a silver plate, and if that person feeds in other cups, you should get the hell out of it, because this person doesn't know what love is. doesn't even love them himself, herself, themselves, right? So you should definitely get out of this before you deplete your own cups. And what I mean with cups is energy, is your own self-worth, is your own self-love, is your own energy, is your time, is everything you got. Money, resources, all kinds of things. Yeah? Your friend circle, your relationships, your work, everything. So when I speak about cups, I mean everything you've got, everything you are. Yeah? So make a long story short, I know I'm always speaking so much, but I feel like I'm happy when I get the word out there, and I'm happy if I can reach one person who gets something out of it, even if it's just a thought or a feeling or a contemplation or whatever. And I mean, you can always reach out to me and speak about it. We always label some people with, I don't know, borderline, narcissist, this and that. It's not as simple as that, you know. And if you figure out your way of loving, then you can analyze the other person's way of loving. I mean, everyone speaks about love, 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 love. It's being used inflationary, and it's ridiculous to use that in this way. Yeah, it's not about love. Yeah, most of the time, it's not about love. It's about, what do I get from you? Yeah, what can I get from you? And how much stability, how much love, how much energy, how much time, how much money do you feed me? Feed me. It's about feeding. Yeah, and just make sure what this is about. I mean, if it's about feeding from yourself and even feeding yourself, then yeah, then it's a deal. It's a business deal, right? Then go seek the right partner for that. I mean, there are many people out there who will be happy to feed you as a business deal. But if you're meeting someone who really just wants love from you, just wants your kindness, just wants your loyalty and nothing else, and you can't give that to that person, how do I put it? If you feel that some sort of dignity is left within you, with everything that is going on in life, in your own life, in your surrounding, if there's just a little bit of dignity within you, then you should leave that person. If you can't love yourself, so why do you engage in this relationship? There's so many people out there who would love to do that kind of business deal with you, right? And if you stay in that relationship, then you're manipulating. You're a narcissist. You just want to be fed. You're looking for a supplier. You're looking for a supplier to your empty cups to get them filled. Yeah, nothing but a narcissist, nothing but a manipulator. Yeah, with mental disorders and plenty of them. But if you're a human being with some sort of dignity left in your soul and your bones, then you should seek the partner that is right for you. Yeah, you should seek the partner that makes the same interpretation of love like you. Yeah, because sooner or later it will come out. It will just come out. Okay, there is no way that a lie lasts a lifetime. Yeah, there is no way. I mean, look around. You don't even have to look at your own life or your own experiences. Look around. Yeah, and you will see that there's some revelations about relationships in your surroundings that deep-rooted lies never last. So why the heartbreak for? Your own heartbreak, the other person's heartbreak, even children involved, and so much that goes downhill for what? For what? Yeah. There's no reason for that. Live and let live. Yeah, live and let live. So if you seek for a business partner in relationships, you will definitely find that business partner, and most already have, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge. Yeah. So it's just so funny, leaning back. And sometimes, I mean, I was so unhappy about the lockdown because I couldn't go watch the theater or the opera, and I love doing that during winter time. And now I'm just watching my own life. It's so funny to see that, someone revealed himself in a glimpse of filling the cup of another person. Yeah, being loyal to another person instead to the woman that he tried to betray and lie and cheat. Yeah. So it was just funny to see, to lean back and see how this lie got revealed by the other person. It was just too funny. So I will always tell that to my friends and to my family, and anybody who seeks a funny story or wants to laugh. I have that in my in the back of my head to tell a story, how a person who wanted to play got played. Anyhow, it's not about playing. I mean, just watch my other videos. Go seek my Facebook profile. I'm really here to live the best of my life every day, to better myself every day, to better me from yesterday's version. And I'm the least person who gets, envious about other people's achievements, because I'm too much concentrated on my own achievements. And I'm here to receive more, to get done more, to achieve more. And I'm really excited about life each single day, and I love it. I love living it. And it's just so funny to see how people struggle with no reason, at least no obvious reason to me, and how much they focus on playing a game, and how much they focus on their own misery, and how much they focus on creating misery in other people's lives. It's just so dumb. I do not understand that. I'm so busy with all my ideas and goals and what I want to do next and how to pursue this and that hobby. And I mean, I've got so many plans that I already put into place for this year and what I want to achieve in my private life. I'm gonna do my sailing boat sailing certification. And I was contemplating about this for the past 5 years, and I said, okay, this year is it, so I'm gonna get it done. And I'm like, still contemplating about my next business deal, my business achievements, my ideas that I want to put into place. I don't have time to play with people. I don't feel it has anything to do with being a human, having a good heart, and just having some dignity in your bones. And I consider myself um, a person with dignity, and I don't play with people. I don't play games. What for? What for? Yeah, to put myself into misery, to put other people into misery. What for? I don't get that point. I don't get I just don't. It's ridiculous to waste life with games that gives you nothing. I just don't get it. The only thing I get is I'm so excited about my tomorrow. I'm so excited about my next achievements. I'm so excited about my hobbies, about my friends, about my life, about love, true love, seeking out true love. in my friends, in my family, in my surrounding, in my partner. Yeah. About achievements together with my partner, maybe what to next explore together, whether it is, I don't know, vacation, or it's a hobby together, or it's us. I don't know. I mean, there's so much more to live than just creating drama and trauma and misery and whatever. I mean, again, I'm not here to judge. There's so many different and various types of relationships out there. I mean, I've had a very good guy friend of mine who lives in California. He had like he was a polygamist, so he had two girlfriends that they all lived together. After a year, he said, "No, I don't want to do it anymore because obviously it didn't work out." I mean, I never judged him ever. I'm not here to judge. But you got to be open with that. Yeah, you got to be open. There's so many people out there who have different lifestyles. So it be. I mean, live and let live. But creating a lifestyle that has nothing to do with you, creating false hopes that has nothing to do with you, creating false ideas, false illusions, that is plain wrong, because that has nothing to do with living your best life. That has a lot to do with manipulating and being a narcissist and just using people, abusing people, not just one person but many. And then in the end, you are the one that is traumatized, because I can't believe that this type of life will make anybody happy, not even the narcissist, not even a person with mental disorder, right? So anyhow, I just pray you can be yourself and you can be accepting of who you are. I mean, it does not matter what type of desires you have. You might have the desire to have multiple women, to have multiple partners, to have multiple men in your life. So it be. Then stand by this and be proud of who you are. It doesn't matter who is against you, right? Just live your life the best way you want it. You want it, not society, not your work colleagues, not your friends, not your family. It does not matter what they want. Live your best life. Yeah, I chose mine the way I want to live it, and I've come to conclusion because I've lived I've lived through many things in my life, and I guess I came to conclusion this is the way I want to live, with trust and authenticity and realness and truth and monogamy, right? I mean, there are so many theories out there about relationship types. I don't care. Yeah, you got to figure out and find out what's best for you and why. Why? Yeah, and not because you fake an illusion because of your family, you fake an illusion because of your work, you fake what for? Who are these people? Yeah, will they make you happy? No, you got to make yourself happy. So don't live an illusion. Live your authentic self, even if that is contradicting society, family members, friends, whatever. Just be yourself. I think this in the end will make you happy regardless of what other people say. I just found it funny that someone wanted to play me and thought I'm too dumb to reveal this. Yeah, so I don't know what for. I don't know what for. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to make me happy. There is no need to fake an illusion for nothing. Yeah. And if you pretend to be a monogamous type of person, but you're still loyal to ex-partners, even more loyal to them than to your actual partner, then I don't know. Then something is wrong with you. Yeah, I mean, if that has nothing to do with monogamy, nothing. Yeah, this has a lot to do with I don't know, wanting maybe both of them or whatever. Yeah. So or wanting maybe the ex-partner, and because the ex-partner is not representative enough for your family and friends and work, then you go seek someone who is more representative in for that case, but you're still with that other person. Like, that is so wrong. It's just games. I mean, I'm in my almost mid 40s, and speaking about someone who is in his late 40s, like, seriously, that type of game? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm here to live my best life, and I'm so happy about me, and I'm so happy about my truth. I'm so happy about just living me, yeah, without excuses. And if someone doesn't like me, even if it's a family member, I don't give a damn about it. I just don't. Yeah. And if friends can't stand me because I'm living my truth, then they're not my friends in the first place. Yeah. Okay, I'm rambling. So that's enough from me. I gotta go to bed. And yeah, just want to get the word out there. Live your truth, because there is no other way to be happy. This is the only way to be happy, to live your truth. Yeah. And it does not matter what kind of truth you have. Yeah. I mean, if someone thinks that they can judge you, so it be, so what? So what? Yeah. Why would that bother you in the first place? Yeah. So stand up for yourself, be you. And if you don't know who you are, then figure it out who you are, and then be you at some point. But don't play games. There's no need. Not for you, not for the other person, not any person that is involved, because it will come out. Everything comes out in the end. I mean, if you think that certain things don't really reveal it themselves, then you're just plain stupid. You're just dumb. Too stupid, yeah, for this game, even to start with. Yeah. So anyhow, gotta prepare for bed. Good night for now.